Apparently my stream wasn't even live. Okay, so that's now live. Wow, dude. What is going on today? So am I now live? Apparently I'm now live. Okay, so I've been streaming now for 15 minutes and I didn't realise I wasn't live. But yet Crazy J came through from YouTube. Because he would have piped into the... Okay, my apologies. I saw Crazy J's comment there and I really did think I was live. I pressed the go live button and it didn't go live. So yes, welcome everybody. Apparently I am live. I'm having audio problems and I can't figure out why there is background noise coming through. And that's what was starting to make me realise I was having issues upon issues. So give me a second here. I'm going to try and figure out what that background noise is. I think it could be my neighbour's stereo. Okay, give me a sec. You're going to hear yourself twice. Go live. So yes, welcome everybody. Apparently I am live. I'm having audio problems and I can't... What is that noise? I can see it. What the hell is it? How are you, Jay? Could be my neighbour's stereo. Okay, give me a sec. You're going to hear yourself twice. Go live. So yes, welcome everybody. Apparently I am live. I'm having audio problems and I can't... What is that noise? I can't hear it. Okay, we're going to ignore it. We're going to hope it goes away. Whatever it is. What the hell is it? I presume it's my neighbour's stereo. I do presume it's my neighbour's stereo. I can see it coming through my audio meter. And that's what triggered me to realise I have issues that I didn't realise. And then I realised that apparently I'm not even freaking live. So yes, welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're back on Apex Point. I've been apparently streaming to myself because I didn't go live for 15 minutes now. So just to catch you guys up on what is actually going on. We have had an update recently. And Jay's going to probably love this. Do you remember this car, Jay? Do you remember this one? The one that has no quarter panels? The doors have gone missing? I don't know what happened to it. I'm presuming this is something to do with the update. I don't know. Half the car's gone missing. We were driving this one for anyone who's not aware. Jay helped me build this. And yeah, all the quarter panels have gone missing. There was a back window. And there was a door. And there were wheels. And I don't know where it's all gone. It's static for you. I'm not sure what you mean. So I don't know what happened to this car. I really don't know what's happened to this car. Look at this fender, 73%. These are all probably good panels. But what gets me is the fact that the quarter panels and everything are gone. Oh, I don't understand. I really don't understand. I guess this is something to do with the update. So, it doesn't drive anymore. I was just checking the vehicles, and it turns out that the van, I still had to put a driver's seat in it. This one was what I was just sitting in when you came in. It now works. And the Dukes of Hazzard mobile. The noise in the background. Ah. It does sound staticky for you, does it? Yeah, I can't figure out why I'm getting that. I do apologise. I tried to install some software the other day and then Windows installed changed things. And between the new update and the Windows update, it's completely screwed my entire system up. I've spent the last 2 days trying to rebuild it and I don't understand why I'm getting that. Hopefully it's not too bad. If it is, you're going to have to let me know and I'll just cancel the stream. and then try and figure it out. But yeah, apologies, guys. You'll have to bear with me, unfortunately. So this one drives as well. So we've got two working cars. But I don't know what happened to the J-Mobile. Oh, is that what we're going to call it? The J-Mobile? I don't know what else to call it. The egg. I look at it and to me it says egg. So I'm presuming, what happened to my other wheel? I guess there's no wheel because there's a part missing, maybe? Glen's now busily pressing the tab button, hoping to get into this, and it's not working. Well, here's all our parts here. So I don't understand why they're off. This makes no sense to me, but okay. Let's throw parts back at it and see what happens. Let's just scroll to the top. Oh, they're all here, thank goodness. Well, most of them. It looks like it's a complete car. There's something missing. It always is. Okay. Steering wheel is all... Oh, okay. These are spare parts. Front left shock. Okay, so these are spare parts. Apparently I've got... No, hang on. Mount the front left knuckle first. Okay. Mount the right brake first. And mount the right knuckle first. So apparently I need... Mount front left knuckle first. Apparently I need a knuckle. Is that so I can punch the developer? Front right knuckle. No. Wasn't knuckle KN? No, that's a knob. So it's a front right knuckle with an N. No, it's not. God, game, what are you doing to me today? I don't even know what's going on anymore, man. I really don't. Oh, now I'm pushing the wrong buttons because my brain is getting flustered. Can I? This right click bugs me, eh? The fact you got to right click to try and get up here, I really hate that. Because as you've just seen, I go back and forth, trying to get it to do it, and it doesn't always work. And now there's less parts than there was 2 seconds ago. Oh my god, I don't even know what's going on now. Oh, escape. We're doing it again. I still don't have a door. I don't understand where all my parts went and why. But my wheel's on now. Oh god, what is going on today? Oh man. This developer's just trying to do my head in, isn't he? I mean, it's an early access game. I just wasn't ready for such a dramatic change today, and it's just completely throwing me for a 6. So how can we have a door interior, but we don't have... Is this just a graphical glitch? What is it? No? How can we have an interior panel, but we don't have an exterior door? I'm confused. I'm really confused today. F to use the computer and stop left clicking it. And I was just going for that knuckle, but now apparently the knuckle has suddenly appeared. I don't know if I want to buy the door because apparently it's probably going to appear too. Early access games, eh? Front left door. Okay, so we have the panel. Front... Hang on. CF... Oh, carbon fibre. Is that what it is? He's added carbon fibre parts now. Ah, that'll be what it is. So there's your stock. And then he's added carbon fibre panels. Okay. So how about we go with a front right and do that while we're here. Right. Carbon fibre. So, can we just... Because you've already got the interior panel, mate. Front left. Front left is already mounted on the car. No. We're having issues today, aren't we? It's invisible, developer. Can I remove it? Okay. Right. Now. Front left door panel. No, not... Front left door then. Front left door. Front left door is already mounted on the car. Looks like we're having issues. Can't do the door, mate. At least go see new vehicles. Yeah, we'll do that in a sec. It's not bad now when game is playing. Okay, good. Good, because I can still see it. It's not as bad, you're right. It's actually about half what it was. In fact, it's probably like a third. It's way, way lower, which is definitely good. Race anyways. Yeah, well. People race stripped cars all time in this game. I've done it. Yeah, I have actually done it. I stripped the doors, the windows, and everything off of one. And just to see if I could. You had to have the driver's seat, you had to have the steering wheel, you had to have the console, and you had to have the main running gear, but you didn't need the bonnet, the boot, or any of that stuff. Okay, so we're going to ignore this car today and hope it goes away. Or fixes itself. We are going to bring in a working vehicle, which for now will be the truck. Because I want to work on the truck anyway. Because we want to change, I want to change the back panels and things today. That was actually what I had originally come in to do. And seeing as the other car is just throwing me off at the moment, we'll do that another day and I'll completely strip it. Okay, so let's... Glen's forgotten where the used dealer is. Whew, yeah. So yes, there's been updates. And no new car. What's my truck worth before I leave? $500,000. I only have two... Where did all my money go? I got no money, honey. Garage. How about... I have an idea, Jake. I have an idea. How about we strip the car that you helped me build, because it's not working, and we can rebuild that one again later. What do you reckon? The EG6. Because it's going to have to be stripped anyway, because this door thing's playing up, and I reckon the best way to fix this will probably be just to strip the entire car and rebuild it, or we just build another one. Something like that, but we're going to have to strip this, aren't we? It's not working. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I can fly. I can fly. I can fly. Okay, calm down, Glen. I don't know what happened there, mate. Yeah, I just walked up to the car and I went flying. Oh, look at this. Oh, developer, you've broken so much of this game with your new update. Please fix. Please. Look at this! Look at it! It's come through the floor! Oh man! Our good car that Jay helped me build! Now, you're going to probably expect me to be able to rebuild something like this. Lawson, how are you, mate? Welcome, welcome. How you be today? Hope you're doing better than me. I'm having problem upon problem. Anyway, we'll get over it the way. I already have. No, you haven't. How are you today, Lawson? Oh, dear. We're having issues. Apparently this game's had an update, and one of my cars has not fared very well. Alright, we now have the ability to rotate the car, apparently. Oh, but I can't rotate myself. Hang on, there we go. Well. Oh, I think there's a bit of a problem here today, Jay. We've got the horns. Can we get the... There we go, and the intercooler. There we go. I wonder what I'm missing. It's really hard to tell when the car's sideways. Oh, I thought I could take the console and things out. Okay, apparently not. I mean, what can you do but laugh, right? Make 2 mil first, you'll get stuck selling parts. Why is half of my chat missing? I had this problem yesterday. I tried to fix it last night. Give me a sec. If I go full screen, does that help? Not particularly. And it's not coming through on Twitch today. Oh, because you're not streaming to Twitch today, Glen. Okay, if I'm not streaming to Twitch today, let's put the chat over top of Twitch. Right, now I can see it. There we go. Apologies for that. Where were we? Door first. Raise it to 2 million and buy another one. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So don't worry about missing pieces. Just sell it. That's 2 days, no cut. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, we can always redo this. Well, we could try. He may not do quite as good a job as he did with your help, but I think we've stripped all the parts now. I can't think of anything I haven't got, and this is just not playing well with the ramp either. Let's just click this button and we get $1.50. Alright, let's get rid of the chassis because that's causing us issues. The used dealer. Problem is, all the cars at the used dealership now are all freaking ones I've sold in. Oh no, we've got something new. But it's not something... Hang on. Oh, it is just the LA3. I was thinking, isn't that just the LA3? The AE86. This is a new one, is it? I don't know. We definitely haven't had the AE86. That's our old chassis. LA3, yeah. So let's sell this chassis. Right, that gets rid of that. That's no longer going to be an issue. Right. What is this? Okay, so we have 5.6 now after selling all those expensive parts, mate. It has a rego. Let's grab this. Even if it's just for a bit of fun for now. It runs. Keep going back. You don't like this one? Too bad, we got it. Too bad, we're buying it. Brought it. It doesn't turn for whatever's sake. Oh, it doesn't turn, mate. It really doesn't turn. Okay. Yeah, it really has no steering, I tell ya. Okay, cool. So that's one car. Oh, and it bottoms out coming in here. I love that. It's always a good sign. Okay, so we've got one car. We're not buying that one. It flies. What is this worth now after we brought it? 2-3. What did we just pay? Anybody know? I don't know. Okay, so what is this one? We've already had this one. This is the EG6. This is what we just sold. It's in very nice condition, though, I must admit. So we have not enough to buy an LA3. So do we get the EG6? Or do we come back? We could always go and strip our car for parts and get some money out of it. It's not the new one. That's the drift car. Is that it doesn't turn? Oh, I wouldn't want to drift in that, buddy. Okay. Well, we've got this one. Let's strip it. Because Glen likes stripping. He thinks he was a stripper in his past life, I think. Let's just strip it. We're going to get some money out of this. Because, you know, we've already brought it. We might as well get some money out of it, right? Sell it for parts. Anything else? Why do I feel like there's more components coming out of it from under the hood today? Maybe it's just this car. So what was this again? Glen's good, eh? He's a real car expert. Okay, so the ramp didn't go. The hoist did not go through the car this time. That's a good sign. Anything else? They should come off, shouldn't they? Ah, there we go. Where do you want me to undo stuff, game? Just tell me and I'll do it. Shouldn't this come off? I can't seem to get it off. I would have thought that would come off. I mean, it's just coming up as subframe, but... okay. Apparently it's not coming off. Oh, I was going to say, it looks like the fuel tanks can be taken off now, but no, they can't. Stink. I am waiting for the fuel tanks to be able to be removed, because I think they're going to happen. Oh, I got my head stuck. I banged my head on it. There we go. I was trying to get it from 3 different sides. I just couldn't get it. Right. You're just being awkward, aren't you, car? Mud flaps. Okay. Nothing else? Nope. Yeah, this looks like it should come off, quite frankly, but apparently it doesn't. Okay. So there's another car we can sell, make a little bit of money. Because we might as well make some money out of it, seeing as it's here in the garage. Stripping cars for profit only works on unregistered cars. Does it? Oh, you didn't tell me that. Well, that's cool. We're going to use this. Keep this one then. We'll just put it aside. It doesn't matter, mate. Doesn't matter. Because we can always do this one up. What I want to do eventually is have one of each car. So we'll just strip this one for now, and we can always do this one up. So, Glen's now forgotten how to get to... that one, Glen! That doesn't matter. Okay, so it only works for unregistered. I didn't realise that. There is no cars here, mate. This is a good car dealership, isn't it? Boom, back again. Now what do you got for us? Yeah, because I do eventually... oh, here we go. FD3S. I've not had one of these. Do we get this one? Do we get a soft top version of this? I want a soft top version of this. Is this a BMW? FD3S. Yeah, that's a BMW. Yesterday was my last day of school. I'm off for the summer. Nice! 4-4. We can't afford that one, though. Oh, the game is very framey today, too. So how long do you get off for holidays then, Lawson? How many weeks do you have? I think we used to get 6. I can't remember now. Just jump back and forth a couple of times. See what we can do. It's a nice truck. Is it deregistered? No. Okay, here's another rotary. Here's another one of these. It's probably the same one. 4-4, yeah it is. I don't know why it always faces us out. Is this all you ever have? You really need to get some new cars. Either of these deregistered? No. Yeah, eventually I would like to get one of each car anyway, so it won't matter that we have that extra car. Just means that we'll have to make some extra money to pay for it. Oh, I get so turned around. 4.8. This one's even more expensive. Man. Okay, the developer's picking on us, Jay. Oh, and my schedule for the next couple of days has changed as far as what I said yesterday. Oh my goodness. What we will be doing now is Hunter Call of the Wilds multiplayer will be tomorrow. Because apparently Sunday is Mother's Day. Who would have thought? So instead of doing it on Mother's Day, we will be doing the hunting tomorrow. So we're doing a multiplayer hunt tomorrow. And I will do Pet Hotel. I was trying to think what was the other one scheduled. I'll do Pet's Hotel on a Sunday. Your guys' Sunday, my Monday. LA3. I tell you what, we need another car dealership, Jay. We really need another car dealership. This guy's useless. All he ever sells is junk. Registered. Same car. Okay. Should we work on this thing for a little bit? Maybe. Till August the 14th. Oh, you're homeschooled. Oh, cool. Oh, wow. I mean, when I say cool, I mean, I always wished I was homeschooled. How are you finding homeschooling? Do you enjoy it? Depends on what your parents are like, I suppose, eh? I was just seeing if there's anything else we can take off. I noticed that panel was able to come off. Can we put spare wheels in the back? That's something I've not tried too. I want to know if we can put a spare wheel in the back. Hang on, what am I missing? That's the new one. It's the Mazda RX-7. Is that what that was supposed to be? It looked like a... What? What are you talking about? Are you talking about... this? You're saying this is the RX-7? To me it looks like a BMW, but I mean, I've never claimed to be. Ha ha! Didn't I... Has that been added? You never used to be able to do that. Have they added physics? Because now when I crash into their car, I can hear the noise. Sometimes. And it's bouncing me off. See, there's the noise. This car should be cheaper, mate. I reckon it's got dents all over the bonnet, the hood. Mate, I swear I saw some kid jumping all over it. Okay, he was an old man, but he's still acting like a kid. We're not getting any car choice that I can afford, Jay. Glen overspent. There's a blue one. This is not doing well, mate. I tell you, this is not doing what we want. We need a car that Glen can afford, that's deregistered, so we can strip it for parts, or we need a car Glen can afford. Oh, excuse me. And how come you're only giving us one option, game? You added at least 2 new cars. Why is it so hard to find them? Why is it so hard to find these new cars? I mean, we're just getting the same model over and over and over and over. See why I said make 2 mil. I've got 3.4 mil. What did you mean more? We already started with like 5 mil. Four 8, 4 9. So what happens if I sell this? Do I lose money or do I break even? Four. Because I haven't experimented with that. And I didn't think about the fact that it wasn't deregistered. And I tell you what, going back and forth to the garage is getting real boring. So I am going to do something else. Because I'm getting bored crazy. We're just going back and forth to the crazy. I mean to the crazy. To the, no, not that, Glen. Going back and forth to that is just bugging me. Can we drive this one? Yes, we can. We're going for a drive, mate. I'm not going to just keep doing that. That's just going to drive me nuts going back and forth to the car dealership. We're going for a drive. Let's see if we can win some money. I wish I didn't have to keep resetting my gear change in the cars all the time. But whatever gear layout I set for key binding, it never sticks. Can we seriously not get up there? Oh no. Reverse, please. Are you serious? We can't get up there. There we go. Just needed to hit it on an angle. All those sound effects are new, aren't they? I don't remember those. Glen might have stopped destroying his cars yonks ago. See what this thing does on the quarter. Still not enough to get something good. Wow, yeah, but it hasn't even appeared. If you've seen Fast and Furious movies, the first one, Dom drives an RX-7. Oh, no, I know what an RX-7 is. Yeah, I do know what an RX-7 is, but it's just a case of, to me, that looks like a BMW. Quarter mile, here we go. Well, that might have been a little early. Seven's topping out in this. Okay. We'll try and make a wee bit of cash, and then we'll go back, see if we can get anything new. Oh no, it tops out 7 and 8. Oh, okay. It takes a wee while to get from 7 to 8 though, doesn't it? Right. Needs a turbo put on it, you reckon? We're only getting 15,000 per race. That's not a lot. We have 3.5. Let's go back to the garage. What do you reckon? Should we stick a turbo on it or something, Jay? I don't know. We need more power out of this baby. It's a 1993 Mazda RX-7. Same tail lights, same shape. Ah, okay. 1993. I remember 1993. What do you reckon? Should we put a turbo or something on this? It's just not fast enough. Can you put a turbo on a rotary? Of course you can. You must be able to. Glen's now thinking, has he ever... I don't really think about that. Normally when I think about turbos, I think about 4 cylinders. Let's go and have a look at the book. Can we put a turbo in this thing? No. No turbos on a rotary. Engine. Turbo, here we go. Okay. So, turbo header version 4. All these turbos look the same to me. Is there a difference? Top mount, top mount, top mount. They're all top mount. They all look the same to me. Oh, we'll take a version 5. OG, how are you, buddy? Welcome, welcome. No, rotary don't have turbos. Then how come I'm able to pick them out of the list? Are these for any old car? Oh. Hey, hang on, clutch. Replacing the flywheel's new, isn't it? I don't remember being able to replace the clutch plate and the flywheel and stuff like that. But we can replace clutch plates now. And I actually thought that if the parts were here, it was available for that car. Is it not? Rotor housing, yeah. Look at the first 3 letters. What first 3? 2JZ. What is that? I don't know what the 2JZ is. I have no clue. That's 2JZ parts. Yeah, what does that mean? Does that mean it's too crazy for Jay? Oh, and I put that list of games up on the Discord, mate. If you want to take a look, go onto the Discord, go into the giveaways section, and you'll see the list of games that I showed a couple of weeks ago. Just go through there and see if there's anything on there, and if it interests you, let me know. So you're telling me I can't put a rotary in here? I mean a rotary. I can't put a turbo in here. So what can we do to upgrade this thing then? Because rotaries don't have crankshafts either. I just noticed that there was a crankshaft there. But rotaries don't have crankshafts. So I will be honest. Hey, why is there no air filter on the carby? Or is it supposed to look like that? $12A airbox? Oh, yep. Is that all you have to offer? Seriously, it looks crap. It looks junky and horrible and I don't like it already. Ooh, it looks so factory. Oh, it doesn't fit anyway. Hang on, what? Oh, you see, my brain says 12A. Because you got the 12A, the 13B. And when I saw 12A, because that's what I did see, yeah, 12A, my brain straight away thought it was the 12A, because to me that's what this is, it's the 12A. And then you got the 13B, and oh man, yeah, okay. Glen, just give up. You don't know what you're doing. Only way to make it fast is to Jay-Z swap it. Hang on, what? A Toyota engine, not the 12B rotary. Oh dear, it's a Toyota engine, okay. I have no clue, to be honest. A Toyota engine, not the 12B rotary. You see, that's what 12B is it? I thought it was the 12A and the 13B. No, it's a 12A and the 13B. Oh, I do know that much. They are slow either way. See, to me, a rotary's always been a fast car. I used to race my ute many years ago, and it was rotaries and turbos that put me out of action. Rotaries, even though they were smaller CC rating, were a different class anyway. So I only ever raced one rotary, and that was sick. Oh dear, they should make this multiplayer so I can talk in Discord. This should be fixed today. I spent freaking hours fixing this last. Where's Discord gone now? Oh, freaking heck. Discord. I fixed that last night. Why is it? Oh, Jesus, and I'm not even opening Discord now. What is going on? Seriously, what? Give me a sec. Is going on here? Oh, there we go, Discord. Yay, it didn't crash. Okay. I am now in Discord. If you want to come into Discord, Jay, you are more than welcome to come in and say hello. I'm in the New Zealand chat room. Right. Glen officially has no clue what he's doing. He's going to go back to driving and he's just going to give up. I actually thought that only the parts you could put into a car were available. I honestly did. So that's why I grabbed that turbo. And then when I saw that 12A air filter, I immediately thought, well, it's a rotary, 12A. Yeah. I kind of... for my brain, it's really hard to remember that this game gives the cars different names. And so when I look at this, to me, this is a 12A. It's a Mazda 12A. And it's probably an RX, what, 3 is it? RX 2? I don't know, I can't remember. Glen just thinks it's one of those cars that your mate used to have, and mate, it used to fly. See, my mate used to have one of these. And he was driving along speeding one day. The police came up behind him in one of those Holden Commodore or Triple S's or whatever it was. Big V8, freaking huge motor, one of the latest and greatest police cars in New Zealand at the time. And when it pulled up behind him, he just put his foot down and left it behind like it wasn't even moving. Which channel? You'll see me in the New Zealand chat room, mate. The timer's already gone, Glen. I wasn't even looking. And then when you go in there, you might need to set your microphone and audio up. To do that, go into your settings with the gear cog. Go to voice and video, and you'll be able to set it up in there. Wow, nearly hit the wall. Okay, we're just trying to make a little bit of money. Thing is, Jay helped me to build that other car with the turbo in it, and it was a very fast car, which was making us really good money. But now because of the update, with it not working, we might have to just completely rebuild the whole car, just so we can have a good car for racing again. Xbox Discord. Wait, hang on. What? I'll read that in a sec, so I don't crash. I can only join your channels. I can only join on your channels. You are, yeah. If you go through the Discord, you'll see one of them. Hang on, let's. So in my Discord, you'll find one of them is labeled NZT. It's a voice chat room. So you've got your main one, chat, and then yeah, just in that same section at the top there. Yeah, you can't see those top ones, but yeah, just below the chat, all welcome. You should be able to see the voice chat down here, and you can see me in the chat room. I can join 4:22 PM channel. Hang on. 4:22. Well, you can use any of them. But 4:22, if you want to go into that one, I can join you in that one. That's the Pacific Standard Time one. Yep. The only difference between them is I've just set them up with time zones. Mine currently has the wrong time zone because I haven't changed it for daylight savings. There we go. Oh.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you?
Hold on a second.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might want to set the... in the audio settings, there is a thing there for automatically adjust microphone volume. You might want to set that. You're a little low. Yeah, all those chat rooms are the same thing. The only difference is I just have it set up as a clock, so I can generally look at it and go, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. But I haven't changed my New Zealand one. I have actually forgotten since daylight savings. That was about a month ago now.
So does that make it different?
You're still fairly quiet.
Now? Yeah, because Discord is...
There you go.
It's chat integrated on Xbox. We don't have the same options if you do on PC or whatever.
Right.
So there's only a certain list of there's only a certain list of what you actually have on your Discord when I go under join Discords, and that was one of the options.
It's a bit weird that it's only showing that one, though, because that's at the bottom of the list.
Well, that one is at the bottom of my list. The other ones are different days. This is the only one that matched up with today.
Oh, no. That's what I say. That makes no difference. All they are is just times. All they are is just a chat room. And each of those chat rooms I have set up so I can see what the time is in each country. That's all that is.
Okay.
So
well, I was just saying, from my
Yeah.
point of view, that I didn't see the one you were saying to click on,
Right.
so I was like, where is it?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So if you went into the New Zealand chat room, even though it's a different time zone, it's exactly the same as this. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you anyway, mate?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Yeah. I don't know. Everything's going wrong the last couple of days. We'll get there that way. I really need to take a couple of days off to fix everything, but I'm pretty scheduled for the next week, pretty much. Anyway, so what do you reckon we should do? Should we rebuild the car you helped me build, or try and do one of these others up?
You don't have enough money to rebuild that car. And not only that, but the parts that you've put on that car, when they glitch out like that, the car's no good anymore. Every time you put a new door on it, it'll disappear when you reload the game.
Right, I couldn't
So
even
you're
get the
just
door to
wasting
go
money.
on, so yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there is people, if you open the door and then take it off, you can put a new door on it, but the only problem is that literally the next time you load it back up, it'll be gone again. So you'll do that every time, and over time, that takes a lot of money.
Yeah, well, okay. So our choices then would be to tidy up one of these other cars.
I'd just race whatever car you got until you make $2 million. You know, then you've got
Well, I've got
$5 million to
3.3.
work with. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm saying you
another
have 3.3 now.
Another two.
Another two.
Another
That way,
two.
you know you have enough money to do that.
Right. Well, this one's a bit slow,
Don't.
though. It's not making very much money. I'm only making like 15,000 at a time.
That's why they call it the grind.
No, here we go. Hang on.
'Cause-
No, hang on. This is in my price range, mate. It's not registered,
I
though.
gotta say,
It's not registered. We can take that one.
I'm watching on Xbox, so it's a little slower.
Yeah,
so
you'll be
right
30
now I'm
seconds
seeing you
behind because you're on YouTube,
Yeah.
unfortunately. We have the FD3S, or what do we want to call it, and it's not registered. We could at least take it for parts.
If you can buy that one, I'd buy that one.
Engine
It's the
layout,
red-
R2.
What BMW are you talking about that looks like? Because I've never seen a BMW look like that.
The Z3. I reckon it looks like a Z3.
It's too long for a Z3.
Yeah, okay. Well, like I said, I'm not a car expert. Okay, we've just
Well,
brought
I've
ourselves the RX-7 then.
I go say the BMW Z3s. I've actually got a customer that has one, and I work on it at least once a month.
Right.
So I've had to change the oil because it was leaking. I had to change the oil gasket on the engine. Had to tear apart like 3/4 of the engine just to get to it.
Holy shit. Sorry.
It's
It
fine.
went sideways on me. You see, to me, if a car has not got a carburetor and a mechanical distributor, I don't know how to work on it.
I can work on a car brand new off the lot.
Oh.
I've been doing it my whole life. I'm
Yeah, no, well,
44
that's the
years
thing.
old.
I'm just so out of date, you know? All my car knowledge dates back to when there was mechanical points and carburetors.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked on Model A's before, so I understand where you're coming from. But I went to school for all of it.
This thing
Literally
is
what
a drift.
It drifts and it drag races.
I don't know if I
It
can
is pretty
control
fast
the
on
drift,
drag race.
but it'll drift.
So that's best for both worlds. If you learn how to drift, where you can make points on drifting and make your money on drifting, go behind the building. See
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm
those over
going.
there.
I was actually trying to drift
sure.
my way there. I just couldn't drift my way there. Hey, what happened? There used to be a drift course out here. Have I gone the
It's
wrong
the
way?
yellow things behind. No, turn right.
Turn my
That way.
headlights on.
Oh, you're.
You might actually, I don't know, I haven't tested. You might find Kick might not have the 30-second delay like YouTube does.
Yeah, but Kick, every time I load into Kick or try to load into Kick, for some reason, because I've got it on my phone, I've got it on my laptop, and I got it on my Xbox, it does not want to let me in. It makes me reset my password every time.
Right.
So I just told everybody that I wanted me to join Kick. I'm sorry, but I'm just sticking with YouTube. So what I did when everybody went over to Twitch.
That's not where you meant to go, Glen. No, that's fair. I'm just doing really well here. Give me a sec. I went the wrong way.
Yeah, if you ever want to see real vehicles worked on like this game, but in real life, you can go to my channel.
What's your channel?
Under my name, all you do is look up my name. And
I didn't realize you had one, mate.
I've had one for a little over a year now.
Oh, okay.
Just trying to get back into it.
I actually watch. What does he call himself? Vice Grip Garage occasionally.
Yeah, I've seen him in real life.
Sorry?
I've met him in real life.
Oh, have you?
I've met him in real life.
He's a bit of a laugh when he's doing his thing, yeah. I love the way he acts like a bit of a dick, you know?
Sometimes, yeah.
I also like the fact that he's like me when it comes to, instead of just using the right name for things, sometimes he just calls them whatever he wants, you know? Like a fuel make it happener and...
That's Derek, the drinker's side.
The drinker's side, yes. I think I'm meant to be going in this direction. Okay, this thing might drift, but it doesn't steer.
No. The base model usually doesn't. It's got more power than it's got traction.
I mean, they have added damage to the car, haven't they?
It's frustrating to play this on my laptop because it glitches a lot from my computer.
Oh, okay.
So I don't play it as much as I watch other people play it.
Right. So, do you play all your games on a laptop?
I only have 2 games on a laptop, and one I've never even got out of the garage. It's called The Long Drive.
Yep. I know Long Drive.
I can't figure that a game out to save my life.
What do you mean?
I've loaded up the game and made it to the garage where the car is. I can't get in the car. I can't get out of the garage. I can't figure out how to open the doors. Nothing. I'm not a
to get into the
gamer.
car. You
I'm
click
a console gamer.
Yeah, to get into the car, you left click on the driver's seat. To get out of the car, you I think left click on the ground, if I recall.
Well, for me, it was frustrating, and I gave up, and that's been sitting in my laptop for about 3 months.
I can't say I've actually played The Long Drive, but I know people who do. Yeah.
Yeah, I know a guy named Scapegoat. He does it.
Right. Okay.
He's the reason why I bought the game, because I thought it was cool that you could build cars and put engines in them. I was like, I'll do that.
Right. Okay. So that's the sort of game you're looking for then? One that you can do all that sort of customization and everything?
Well, yeah, but any car game I'm willing to check out.
Okay.
Myself.
Another one I do have is My Garage. But I haven't played that for a while because that was still very early like this one is. I would actually say maybe My Garage might be a little bit better as far as you are concerned.
I have a question.
Yep.
My Garage, doesn't it have a survival mode where you get in the car, you build it, and you drive to the next... Then, yeah, Scapegoat plays that one.
No, sorry. No, it has a survival mode, but you are based from your home and you have a workshop. And you basically... I think it has survival aspects to it. You have to eat and drink. But I don't recall that being an issue.
But that's the regular mode that he plays.
Okay, maybe we'll have a look at that next week. Do you want to have a look at My Garage next week? I'll load that one up next week and we can have a go. Yeah. I'll show you what...
Because they have mods for that for like a truck and a bike and...
They've just added the bike recently. I haven't played it with the bike. Give me a sec. We're just going to bring Steam up.
I can tell you what everybody else that plays it, that has played with the bike, says. That bike is worthless.
Oh, yeah. It's brand new to me. I haven't tried it.
It's got all kinds of glitches.
My garage. So this is my garage. Does that look familiar at all? This is the workshop that you work from?
I don't see anything.
Oh, of course you don't see
all
it
I see
yet.
is,
No, of course, sorry.
Yeah. Now it's gone black screen, and now it's showing your screen. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's about 30 seconds behind, probably.
Yeah, it is 27. I've just muted the sound because I've already had a copyright claim from watching this video.
Yep, that's the Lotta. The blue car that's in the picture right now?
Yep.
That's the Lotta.
Okay, so that is the one you're thinking of?
Yep.
This is actually a pretty good game as far as it's a lot more detailed to stripping and reassembling. But
my only issue is I don't know if it'll run on my computer. Because like I said, the other one's kind of glitchy.
Right. Do you know what your computer specs are? Because, I mean,
it's hold on.
3 gigahertz processor. That's a pretty good processor.
I don't know if it's 3 gigs. I have to look first. I have to get over to it here.
Yeah. It requires 3 gig, which is just barely in my range.
It's an Asus ASUS VivaBook.
Give me a sec. Sorry, it's an Asus ASUS. Oh.
VIVO book.
Vivo book. Yep. Okay, so we have a 14 or a 15, 16. Do you know Pro? Do you know what version?
Not offhand. I've got it up. I can just
That's
go to about my
looking
computer.
laptop. Oh no, here's a cheap version. Here's a cheaper version here. Okay, anywhere on that laptop, does it have a sticker which says something like i7 or i5 or?
Oh yeah, it's an Intel Core i5.
Okay, does it say anything else on there?
8th gen.
8th gen. Okay, so it's relatively better than mine as far as that. But you can't see anything like maybe a number. So like, let's say it says 8600 or 8900 or something like that on there maybe. So it might say i7 8 something. Does it say that at all that you can see?
Well, this only says I got a little sticker that's got an Intel sticker that says Core i5 8th gen.
Okay. Doesn't say anything else. It's just that there's quite a few different ones. I can help you out with that later on to try and figure out what the processor and everything is, and we can figure out what you can run. We can figure that one out later.
Yeah. Since it switched over to Windows 10, everything in the main directions to run a computer changed. So I'm like relearning everything all over again.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, when it comes to things like a processor being labelled as i5, i7. I actually thought that had a meaning originally, but I've learnt that means nothing. My i7 is less powerful than a modern i3. You know?
Well, if it's a dual core or a quad core,
exactly, that makes a difference. Plus, how many megahertz it has?
Yeah. It don't have the My Computer logo for you to be able to look at anymore, so
right.
I have to figure out where it's at.
As far as those games that we were talking about, though, these were the ones that I offered a few weeks ago. Where are we? Make my choices.
Well, that one car game that was on there when you had the list, when I seen it, and I questioned, and you, I guess, didn't see my comment in chat. That one, when I was looking at it, I was thinking, okay, maybe that one probably would work on my laptop for me to be able to get used to learning the controls.
But there's not a car one though, which is what's got me confused. We've got John Wick.
It had cars on it.
Don't know. We've got. Whoa. We've got John Wick, which is not a
No,
car
it's
one.
not a car. No, that was probably before that one when I asked for it. Because I don't see any games that were in there before.
In my garage, but that's not a car one either.
It was probably the ones you had like before this one.
No, these were the first ones. If I return out, even I looked at November, which I might have offered some from November. I don't remember offering November, but
What
even
was
if I
that
did,
Rumble one?
sorry, Rumble.
Yeah, the one you just had clicked up. I mean, you're half an hour or 30 seconds ahead of me or behind
Yeah,
me as I'm
yeah,
seeing it, but I
unfortunately.
just seen something rumble.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you might be looking at the 2K bundle, but I definitely didn't bring those up the other day. Um,
Oh,
you might have seen down here where I've got. Where the hell was that? I'm going to do a giveaway on those, but I want to do that one on the Discord. So yeah, I do. I've got. Was it 2K?
I mean, it's not a big deal. It just when I seen it, I was like, hey, I'd try that one.
I'm not even
It
finding
looked
that
like
one
kind
now.
of
Megahertz.
like a blocky game.
Yeah, okay. WWE 2K Battlegrounds. I do have a key for. Um.
I don't play wrestling.
Oh, okay. So maybe you just saw 2K, which is 2K Mega Hits box. Not box. Sorry. Pack that I brought. Because this is what I do is I basically buy them in packs. So I brought the 2K Mega Hits, which cost me
Yeah.
$26. I brought Survive or Die, which cost me $22. Wreckfest I brought for myself. Hunter Call of the Wild I brought for myself. But these are bundles. So like Hunter Call of the Wild, when I brought that, I got the entire game, all of the DLCs. You'll see that coming up on screen soon. And I only paid $25
Yeah.
for that. So I buy some of them in bundles. But what else do we have? We have the November ones I would have shown, possibly. I don't remember showing
I,
them.
t-
But
I can tell you a car game that you need to get so a lot of your subscribers can play too.
yeah, there's definitely not one in there either. What's that one?
Forza Horizon 5.
Oh, yep. That's expensive though, isn't it?
I don't
November.
know. I bought it
I
when
just
it
didn't
came
know.
out.
Oh, okay. December. Um, Back choices.
As I'm under the leaderboards, I'm top 4% in the
Yeah, no,
world.
none of these packs that I've shown have car games, so I'm not sure where you've seen that. Unless you saw it on a
It's
different channel,
fine.
maybe, but no, none of these three packs. So there's the October, the November, and the December. None of them have a card game. And it was only
Uh,
these packs that I've been showing you guys. Um, and there's the
like I said,
October.
I'm not too worried about it.
Well, yeah, but see,
It was
like I
just at
say,
the
these
time I
games are
seen it.
to give away. So if anybody who's out there watching wants one of these, if it says claimed, it's already been given to somebody else. So Gabriel Blue Ridge has that one. Actually, this one here, I think I added myself. There is also the November's House Flipper I gave away as a prize. I have a feeling that this one I actually have the key written down for, and this one here too. So I know I wrote some of my keys down in case they expired. I have a
Yeah.
feeling I might still have these two keys if somebody wants those. And then there's the December Maneater I gave away at Christmas time, I think. I have a feeling I have this key written down. I have a feeling I have End Zone written down. Beyond the Wire I played myself. Partisans, I think I have that one written down. Fling to the Finish, I think I grabbed that because it's a multiplayer game. But those are the games that I currently have available to give away. If anybody wants one of those, let me know and we can either do a giveaway or if nobody else is interested, I can give them away because that's the same offer I made the other day that Jay's talking about. But yeah, none of those are car games, so I'm not sure what you saw, mate, to be honest. But okay, so I'm back to the game. I can't see my OBS, so I don't even know if there's anybody in chat. Nope. Very quiet today.
So what's the shooting game that you're gonna play?
The shooting game. Oh, tomorrow you mean? Hunter Call of the Wild. Basically it's a... I don't think you can go third person. You might be able to. It's a first person hunting game. So you go out, you can go to a range of different countries. Well, let's bring it up. Steam. You can go to a range of different countries, different locations. So like there's one for New Zealand. Why can't I see it? The Hunter. They spell it one word, so it makes it hard for people to search for, which I find really hilarious. After all these years, they still have it one word, The Hunter. Oh dear. But The Hunter Call of the Wild, when I purchased it, it came out with all the DLCs at that time. I don't have all of the DLCs now because I haven't brought the New England Mountains and I haven't brought Mississippi Acres Preserve. But we've got Ribontuli Coast, we have Rancho del Arroyo, we have the New Zealand one, which is the Te Awaroa National Park, we have Silver Ridge Peaks.
On the Hunter Call of the Wild, I have it on Xbox.
Oh, do you?
That's why I was asking if it's cross-platform. I didn't know if it was or not. It don't tell me.
Yes, it is.
So.
Yeah, no, it is.
Well, if you decide to play multiplayer, I can join. Xbox has got Discord now.
Okay, no. Now that I think about it, yes, it is cross-platform on Epic. I purchased the Steam one, which has all the DLCs. I do have it on Epic, but I have no DLCs. So if
Neither do I.
Right. If we were to play it on there, I would have to ditch the DLCs. I'd have to have a chat with the other two. Can't guarantee you that one today, mate. I'd have to have a chat with the other two and make sure it works. But I do have the Epic Games version, and Epic Games version is cross-platformable. I do know that much, yes. Yeah. Did we just drive this one? I don't even remember now. Let's drive. Yeah, and I've already organised with the other two, so I can't guarantee you anything at this point, which I know you understand, but...
That's fine.
Yeah. We can always even look at that another time otherwise. And do one on...
I've just learned that once Xbox got Discord and I was able to join people's chat, a lot of other people like the idea of, hey, if I have the same game and they decide to play a multiplayer day, I can play with them, and they get a lot more subs that way.
Right, okay. I didn't actually realise that they'd done that on the Xbox, okay.
They're trying to keep Xbox current with the PC.
Well, that makes sense. I mean...
PlayStation still doesn't have it, though.
No, but you got to remember,
Imagine
Xbox
that.
is just a PC, right? It's still...
Yeah, it's basically...
Yeah. It's just a freaking PC anyway. Which makes me laugh.
It's just that... Which is weird, because you'd think it would use Windows, so it would be able to do that, but it uses its own OS platform.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the reason why they have a hard time linking games together. Which
makes sense. Yep. Went straight through it. No, I didn't. It's still there. F. Quarter. Oh, second gear, Glen. No. Second gear takeoff. Actually, it probably wasn't a bad idea. I could have gotten away with that. Yeah. See, that's how I started out originally, was buying bundles from Humble. And I was able to get lots of games cheaply, which helped me to get started. But now that I've been streaming for a wee while, as you know, I start getting a lot more games given to me by developers now, which has made it much easier for me to do a bigger variety of games, and not so many old crappy games anymore. End race. I just lost
I'm
it.
just starting to get into PC games, so.
Right, yeah. But yeah, I mean, those ones that I have to give away, if any of them are of use to you, you're more than welcome to them.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I do games on my channel, like Forza Horizon 5. I've got 5 DLC games, stuff like that. That's for content when I don't have a customer or the customer doesn't want me recorded at their home or something like that. So, because I'm a mobile mechanic, I go to people's houses and fix their cars.
Yep. I mean,
it saves them on the tow bill.
Well, it's not just the tow bill, but sometimes it's just a case of you need a mobile mechanic.
Yeah. Something that doesn't take a lot of time. If you can get the guy there quickly, you can have it done in half an hour and you can be on your way. And around here for shops, they're like 6 weeks out.
The one time I needed a mobile mechanic, luckily he was a friend I played games with, and he was half an hour away. So I needed at least an hour for him to be able to come to me, but time was of no essence. I was stuck on the side of the road, and I was living out of my van at the time, travelling around the country. Time was not a factor. I needed a mobile mechanic. I was in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Hey, don't you live... Yeah, I do. Is there any chance after work you could... He was actually a diesel mechanic.
Yeah.
He wasn't actually... he wasn't actually a petrol mechanic, which I was running a petrol van, but yeah, diesel mechanic. You'll do. I can't drive this car. It needs better tyres.
That's the thing with somebody who's actually been taught how to work on vehicles and somebody who's just learned a thing or two. Most people learned a thing or two, don't understand every vehicle. Well,
no.
If you're doing diesel mechanics or regular mechanics and you actually get taught, you can apply that to any vehicle. Well, you can apply it to electrical view.
I personally would actually say if you can fix a diesel, most of your general knowledge is roughly the same, I would imagine. The diesel's got extra little extras. So like I've been in a diesel where, well, when I was in the army, we ran out of petrol in the middle of nowhere. We were in the Mercedes-Benz Unimog, which is what we use for transportation in New Zealand. And yeah, the guy who was in charge of driving didn't check the fuel tank, did he? So we drove off and freaking heck, about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour down the road, middle of nowhere, we ran out of petrol, out of diesel, sorry. Okay, guys, we've called for the mechanics. They'll be here. The mechanics turned up at about 1 o'clock in the morning. We didn't get out of there until like 6 because they had to bleed all the lines and everything.
Crazy.
I thought it was funny, but, you know, didn't bother me. We were getting paid by the day.
I was going to say, as long as you're on the clock and getting paid for it, oh well. That's why I tell everybody this. That's why I fixed it. When somebody complains, hey, you're taking too long, I'm like, look, do you want this done correctly or do you want me to go fast and actually skip corners? They're like, well, can you do it a little bit faster? I'm like, I get paid by the job, sir, not the hour. So it doesn't matter how long I'm going to take. I told you this is what it would take, and I've not succeeded that hourly time yet. So
right.
He goes, well, what if you do? I'm like, then I'll give you $10 off. I was done 45 minutes before I said I was going to be, and he was like, so no discount? I says, technically, if you're asking for a discount, I wasn't late. I was early, so wouldn't I be liable to get more? No. I'll pay you.
Yeah, give me a bonus.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it. Can we do brakes in these things yet? No, we can't.
On the rotor cars, you can build a stronger rotary engine. Yeah. I mean, they have upgrades like I don't know what they're called. It's a rotary, and I've never messed with the rotary.
Yep.
So I don't know the names of what they're called, but they're like the little slabs on the engine. They have higher compression ones, which means more power.
Yep.
But literally, you can build that engine to where it's all high performance parts, and it's still not be half as fast as a stock Civic.
Oh, yep. Why
The
am I
egg
not getting a
car,
range
as you
of
say.
rims today? I'm looking for rims, and the only thing coming up is 17 by 8. Is it wheel I need? No. 17 by 8 is the only thing coming up.
What ones are you going for?
I just had no traction, so I need to put some better tyres on it. So I thought we'll do some rims, we'll do some tyres. I took the brakes off thinking maybe I might be able to do brakes now, but you can't. There's only one set of rims for this car.
Well, it is a 4-bolt, but it's showing 5 bolts.
We have a 17 by 8 and a 17 by 9. We have Steelies. So that's factory. 2, 4, that's a 5 bolt. 2, 4, yeah, they're both 5 bolts. So I guess we want the 17 by 9s then. That'd be the biggest.
Yeah.
I don't see anything bigger.
I'd just get 4 of those and put 4 tires on it and be done with it.
Yeah, well. 17 by 9. 1, 2, 3, 5. So hang on, 17 by 9 stock rim. What tyres are we putting on that then? Why was tyres not coming up? Oh, it's T.
Depends on what you're going to do with it.
Glen can't spell tyre. That doesn't help. Hang on. Now we're getting 18-inch tyres, but we just put 17s on. Why do I not see any 17-inch rims? Oh, here we go.
Search 17.
Here we go. 255, 17. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Just go 17. 17 by 9.
I just
rims.
put 17.
Oh, I've got 17 by, and it's brought up only rims now. Okay. I thought it would bring us up tyres. 17.
Then you need to put R17.
That's a good point too. Yep. Okay, now we have just tyres. There we go. So we have 255. Yeah, 255 is as wide a print as we can get.
17X.
The second number's the profile, isn't it? 255. Yeah, we want a low profile, shall
Yeah.
we? Yeah.
255 would be the width, and then
255,
35
25?
a sidewall.
How about a 25?
25. That's a low sidewall tire.
That's,
Low
yeah, we'll
profile
get that, eh? The 35 just looks too factory.
Well, they would have had 70s on it from the factory, and they would have only been 14s.
Yeah, well, exactly. It would have been probably 175, probably at the widest as well. 195, yeah, no, 175. Yeah.
They're 185 70 R15s or R14s. This is a stock tire on that car.
Okay, what's just happened?
Those are
the differential.
Those cars are big. Those cars are a big deal in the U.S.
Which ones?
The Mazda RX-7s.
Oh, yep. Yep.
That's because Dom drove it in the first Fast and the Furious. If you look at the taillights on the car that you have,
yep,
and look at the back end of an RX-7, that's exactly of a '93 RX-7. That's exactly the same taillights.
Oh, okay. I just slapped the car back together, and now I'll take the wheels off to put the wheels back on. Oh, you could actually fit the wheels in this game, don't you? Yes. No, hang on. Is it a different game?
They should go on.
No, this is a different game. Yeah, it's a different game. Maybe that's my garage.
That's my garage.
Yeah.
It is.
17
Trust
by
me,
9
I've seen
rim.
it.
17 by...
I think we're on... The next episode of my garage that Scapegoat does will be number 247, and I've seen every one of them.
Glen, were you even looking, or did you just slap any old tyre on? I think you just slapped any old tyre on, didn't you? God, you're good, Glen. I was just spamming the button. That looks like a 25. Yeah. That's not a 25.
To me, you're still looking at the brakes. So.
I had the 25s in the back, and I had the stock in the front.
So what are your plans with this vehicle? Are you going to race
none,
it, or are you going to
none, to
slide
be
it?
honest.
Oh,
I was going.
well, I was
Okay,
just
my general theory is
go
I'm going to
ahead.
get one of each car and just do them up for now. I'm still waiting for the game to get more work done on it. To me, the game is. In fact, I got asked yesterday by another friend who's a streamer, is it worth me getting this game yet? And I discussed it with him. For him and his channel, yes, I do think it's worth you getting it because he's more car orientated channel, so his viewers are going to appreciate it more, if you know what I mean.
Well, see, one thing that you guys and a lot of other people are doing the same, you guys are forgetting about. This game is more contoured to building cars
Yes.
than it is what the cars do. So you could drag race the dang thing, and when you make your money, go build your other car. Drag race a vehicle and go
But as
build
streamers,
another
though, we're
car.
looking for a little bit more to do than just building cars. You know? If it's purely
Yeah.
just building cars, then yes. But this game does have other content that will be getting added later. So it's that other content that I'm waiting for. The extra jobs and more racetracks, you know?
Yeah, but it's still going to come down to the building a vehicle for
Oh, of
a certain
course.
track.
Yep.
It's like the one that I can get there if I load up the game. I can get to it, but it's always by chance. I just drive east to west on the game until I see a long blue building, and then I go to the corner of it. And usually that's where it's at. So it's by luck that I find it. That's why I was saying I can't explain it to you.
Oh.
Just look for a long building, because there's one set of
I did actually go
buildings that are
looking
way
for the
longer.
long building when you weren't here at one stage, and I found lots of that the track go-kart tracks. I was trying to think what sort of track it was. I did find lots of go-kart tracks. They're in most buildings.
And the really long ones. There's shorter
Yeah.
buildings, but then there's ones that are really long. That's where the go-kart tracks are.
But there's no actual race to it, though, is there?
No.
No.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
That track
Whoa, Glen.
is... The other ones, literally, I've never seen people make half the money they make off drag racing. That's why I would just use the other ones to play with, but for actually grinding money out, I would just build a car and just keep drag racing on the 1 mile drag.
Right.
Because if you have it fast enough and you start to point where you don't have to do nothing to the car but race it, and there you go.
Well, see,
you
once
race
I
it
got
10
to that
times
point,
and you've made the money.
yeah, for me though, once I got to that point, I'm done with the game. I'm finished.
Yeah, see, well, that's like Forza Horizon 5. I've still got people that are challenging me every time I get on Forza Horizon to drag races, thinking they've got a car that's faster than mine, and they won't beat me.
Oh, yeah.
And they always get upset because it's an electric car.
Right. Oh, is it?
I'm like, well, I know how to tune, and I did not put this tune out there, and it's 2 seconds faster than the top tune is right now. They're like, well, what's the tune? I was like, I'm not giving it to you. You want that tune? You have to earn it. Figure it out for yourself.
Yep. Okay, let's see if I lose it this time.
And the fact that I like to be in number one for a while.
Ooh. Okay, I did start to lose it, but it came back. So these tyres are definitely better. It could also be just the wear. I didn't actually check see how much wear was on those other tyres. They might have been worn out.
On the front tires or the back tires?
Well, all of them might be. I don't know. All I know is I was just losing it. Those last couple of races, I couldn't keep the car on the track.
If you can hear the tires spinning and it's sliding, that's the back tires. But if it's just drifting to one side and hard to control and keep straight, it's the front tires that has the problem.
Maybe that was the driver that time.
Looked pretty straight from my end, but that was 30 seconds ago.
I find it hard because of the gear changing. It never locks in whatever keybind I put in this game. So I'm constantly having to rebind the keys. And at the moment I'm using W to accelerate and C and X to change gears, which is really a horrible gear combination. But that's what the default is.
You want to know the secret on drag racing on this game?
What's that?
Buy a controller.
Oh yeah, Xbox controllers are freaking expensive though. It's going to cost, I've already looked, they're about $80 odd New Zealand. I can buy 3 or 4 games for that price.
do you guys have any used game store?
Not really.
Or do you have Marketplace on Facebook?
I don't do Facebook anymore. I got off of Facebook. It was 7,000. Facebook was bringing me down, quite frankly. It was full of people who were posting stuff that I didn't give a shit about, literally. So, one example is my niece constantly posting stuff like, oh, my baby just took a shit today. I really don't care. I really don't care if your baby took a shit today. Or it was people posting stuff that I didn't want to see, I didn't care about, and I ended up... Facebook was making me very depressed, so I got off of it.
A brand new Xbox Series S or X controller right now is about $4 in the States, brand new.
Right.
On Facebook Marketplace, I can get them with stuff like stick drift and stuff like that for $5-10.
Yeah.
And they tell you, hey, it's stick drift. Only want $5 for it. You take it home, you get a Q-tip and some alcohol, you take it apart, you clean everything up, put it back together. No more stick drift. That happens 9 times out of 10.
Yep.
I've got probably 9 different controllers for Xbox One and Series X.
Right.
I've got one that I plug up to. Well, hey.
I got a PlayStation 1 controller.
Oh, PlayStation 1?
Yeah, mate. And I've got a PlayStation 1 memory card. I've never owned PlayStation. Never owned an Xbox.
I have 2 of them. You want one? Okay, this will tell you how old I am. I was one of the first people in my neighborhood that had an NES.
Oh, okay. This Nintendo, isn't it?
Mario, yep. Mario and Duck Hunt had the red or the orange and gray gun that came with the game.
Oh, yep.
I got the whole console, and I still have it.
For me, it was, I grew up playing Pong.
Well,
and then my mate got really flash and got a Commodore 64. Oh, mate, those were the days.
My dad thought he was showing me something when he pulled out his Atari 2600. I was like, it's too slow. I was born in 78, so...
that they upgraded their Commodore 64 to a tape drive.
Didn't have nothing like that.
Started out, the Commodore 64 was cartridge system. And then he upgraded it to tape drive. Oh, man. The Commodore 64 was a good machine.
I was 5 years old when the Nintendo came.
Oh, I keep doing that.
But I have all PlayStation, all Sony stuff except for the PS3. And the reason why I bought PS3 to begin with is because they had PlayStation World that they took off. So I just stopped playing PS3 altogether and haven't bought a Sony since. But we have a Sony 4 for my wife.
Right.
I have an Xbox One S and a laptop. And my Xbox One X won't power on, so I have to get it fixed.
Keep forgetting that part. You got to stop the car when you're trying to change the time. I keep going to change the time when my car's moving forward. I've always wondered though, what would happen if I do that? Will it just keep going and eventually drive into the edge of the world?
It's wherever it lands in that amount of time.
Yeah, it might end up driving off the edge of the world if I line it up correctly.
Well, if you don't ever want to sell a vehicle, now you know how to get rid of it.
Yeah, send it into the ocean, you reckon?
like, hey, where'd that one car go that you had?
Control.
Oh, it's
It's going for a swim, mate. Needed a wash. Right. Oh, I just clicked garage. I didn't mean to do that. Drive. Right. Let's go and have a look for these blue garages. And see if it's the same thing as what you were talking about. What is it? Oh,
all I know is they're super long when I find them.
yeah, the ones that I've found, there's lots of them, but there's no actual racetrack or anything like that. It's just a go-kart track.
Yeah, I'm not, like I said, if you wanted to play around, I know where the go-kart track is. I said the first day.
Right.
To get practice it in on an actual course instead of just out in the open.
I've seen somebody else put on there about the go-kart track too, though. See, that's why I thought it was a real course.
It's go-kart track. I mean, they don't make money off go-kart tracks. I mean, they do in the United States, but not worldwide.
They do here. Go-karting's big money in New Zealand.
Usually, it like in Russia and Germany and places in the UN, and it's not really a big deal.
Well, let's put it this way. I used to love going go-karting, but it's too damned expensive.
Yeah, when a down payment on a real car gets you a go-kart, and it's not even that fast. It's like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, one of my mates used to actually race go-karts.
I'm too big for a go-kart.
All the best drivers start out originally racing go-karts. So one of my mates was actually a go-kart racer because he was trying to become competitive, and that was the way to become known.
Well, I mean, it's a way to get in the door before you get real with it.
Yeah.
Most of those people no longer race go-karts, so it's a thing.
No, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Like
he was trying to get in.
on the door.
Which way did I find them last time? Let's go this way. Yeah, in New Zealand, it's a good way to get your foot in the door. Exactly.
Well, here it's basically the only people that you ever hear that, I used to do go-kart racing. It's like, yeah, that's probably how he got in, was because they noticed his go-kart races. They were probably at a family event with a kid that they knew, and they got beat by him. So now they're in NASCAR. Because they don't have the drag races, because they have some countries have drag racing carts. There's competition and stuff like that. They just go-karts instead of real cars.
Oh,
and
okay.
They are fast.
Yep.
Well, they don't have sanctions for that. You can set up a track or like buy a track for a day and set up a race like that, but they don't have regulations and stuff for it.
Right.
This top speed's 60 mile an hour on most of those cars.
All I know is when my mate and I used to go racing, he always used to beat me because he always picked the faster car. So what we would do is we would get in, he would beat me because he was in the faster car, so then we'd swap over, so he was in the car that I was in, and I was in the one he was in, and then he still had the faster car.
It sounds like he knew how to remove the governor.
No, he knew how to drive. After a while, he started teaching me things like, well, stop taking your foot off the goddamn accelerator. What are you slowing down for? I need to slow down. There's a corner coming up. Well, that's what the brake's for. Use your brake. And it turns out he was doing things like accelerating and braking at the same time. You know?
Yeah, well, that'd get you in trouble in real racing. You're not supposed to have both feet on both pedals.
Aren't you? That's the way I've seen lots of drivers doing it.
You're not supposed to.
I've actually seen that quite commonly, yeah.
Because literally, if you get knocked out, both your feet are going to the... If you have your foot on the brake because you're trying to brake and you hit something and get knocked out and both your feet are on both pedals, all you're going to do is push both feet to the floor, so you're going to do more damage. So that's a no-no even driving on the road today. If they catch you, if you say you do it or something like that, they will let you know. That's not a wise choice.
I've actually seen
more damage.
The Bathurst race. I've actually seen it where they've had car cam, and they've been showing you the guy's foot and hand control, and even he was doing it.
Yeah. Over here,
Bathurst is
in the
Australia.
United States. Let's say in the United States, You watch NASCAR. It was back in the, I guess, 70s is when they started it, but
Yeah.
from like the 70s till almost the 90s, I think it was 92 actually when they stopped doing it.
Right.
They used to do it to where they reverse the clutch, and when you push it in, it engages instead of disengages.
Yep.
That way, if you hit something and it knocked you out, your foot would come off the clutch and
Right.
you would be able to go. Well, you got to keep both feet on there. The only thing they were finding out was every time somebody pushed on that clutch, if they did hit something, their foot would just slip off the clutch, but their other foot would be on the gas pedal at the same time.
Oh,
well, if it come off and they didn't,
motor.
and they would just do more damage.
Yeah.
That's actually how Dale Earnhart died.
Oh, okay.
So they switched it back over to a normal clutch. Because they literally they explained it all about, it's you're doing 120 mile an hour around a racetrack, something that you could literally drive over on your everyday drive to work could literally kill you driving over it at that speed.
Yeah. So have you not heard of Bathurst?
Heard about what?
Have you not heard of the Bathurst race?
No.
Oh. It's V8 touring cars. Australia and New Zealand is considered to be the race. So you guys have your NASCARs, whereas Australia and New Zealand, we pay more attention to Bathurst.
Well, see, in the United States, not everybody pays attention to drag racing.
Right.
I watch zip tie drags.
V8 touring.
Zip tie drags. I watch Roadkill Nights, the Gambler 500, which is you buy a $500 car and you take a gamble on will it beat this 4-day track, and you got to drive over the states. Yeah, that's about the only one I watch that's not drag racing. Everything else is drag racing.
Right. Oh, okay.
I've built a drag racing car. It was the first car I ever built myself. Was an actual 1972 Opel GT. I had a 396 with a 571 mega blower. It was alcohol injected. Pushed about 2,700 horse, and it was literally a 2,000-pound car. And that's the first car I ever got to build myself. And when I was 19 years old, I lost my driver's license in it for 172 and 25.
It's horrible to turn. Am I in the wrong gear now? What am I in? No, first gear. For some reason I couldn't get the tyres to slide that way. There we go.
When you feel the car sliding around a corner, feather it. Bounce your foot off and down on bounce your finger off and down on the accelerator.
It's not so easy with the finger. Oh.
Feather the acceleration to keep it under control so it doesn't slide out from under you, so you don't do a 360. Believe it or not, the reason why I teach people drifting in real life,
control,
because I found out it was a thing when a guy was like, "Hey man, what do you call driving?" He goes, "No," he says, "I see you on that dirt road sliding sideways all the way to hell up here." He says, "You're drifting, man." I was like, "I'm what?" I didn't even know what it was. I had a buddy show me on a video game. He goes, "Yeah, check this out. This is what drifting is." I was like, "We do that on the back roads up north all the time." We called it learning to drive, because if you can control a vehicle from going off in the ditch at 40 mile an hour in the gravel, you should be able to drive.
Well, that's, yeah, see, I actually had a mate who used to have a big belief in the best way to learn how to control a car is when you've lost control of it. So he used to do things like just yank the handbrake on when you're going around a bloody corner.
Yep. It's like, you can ask my dad. My dad will tell you he's seen a 1994 Escort do a 90-degree angle left-hand turn at 90 mile an hour. Because I got right up to the T intersection, I just pulled the handbrake and whipped the wheel left and just turned left and dropped it down and kept going. It's one of those, my dad, "I'm a better driver than you." No, you ain't. try me. Played game of cat and mouse, where if he got close enough to you to where you could basically not see his headlights, you're it. You got to chase him down. Well, he literally spent 45 minutes of trying to chase me.
Yeah, see, when I was younger, I used to drag race, but what I was drag racing back then wouldn't be the today. I was, yeah, this is a bit of a, I was drag racing a Mazda B15, B1500, B500, no, 15, yeah, B15. I was trying to remember what it's called. It's originally a 4-cylinder 1900cc anyway. I was racing one of those, but it had a Holden Commodore Starfire motor in it. It had a Weber carburetor off of a Cortina. It was a bit of a mongrel. It had parts from this and parts from that. It even had steering wheel from a Ford on it with a Ford badge. When I used to get tickets, they would write it up as a Ford because that's what they could see written on the steering wheel. They'd write it up as a Ford with a registration number, and I could offer so many tickets because it's not a Ford.
Yeah, I don't even know what that car looks like.
Mazda B1500.
The first Mazda cars that we got were the Mazda RX-7.
All right. Oh.
Before that, it was Datsun and Nissan.
Oh yeah.
The Datsun, when they were connected, that's the cars from the 70s.
Yep.
80s.
80s. Yeah, those are my cars, man. That's what I grew up on. Datsun 120Y and.
Yeah, well, see, we had those little rinky-dink cars, Mazda 3s, or how many other cars they had, like the Commodore engine. We know Commodore by looking at what the Holden looks like and stuff like that.
Yep.
All that is remanufactured General Motors product. So that's basically, if it's a Holden V8, it was probably a
Holden is just the manufacturer for GM. They're just the Australian manufacturer.
Well, we know them as, we don't say, hey, it has a GM motor in it, or it has a Chevy motor in it. We say it has a 305, a high output 305, or a 350 or something like that. Now it's LS. I've got an LS3. It's like, okay, well, I got an LS7. Like, well, wow, I've got an LSX. Beat y'all.
Yeah, no, Holden is, well, they're not anymore. I think they closed about 3 or 4 years ago. But Holden was just simply GM Australia.
Yeah, and literally the GM body platforms, a lot of your Holdens are like that Holden that looks like nostrils on the hood.
Right.
They only have one car that actually has it from the factory.
That's if it's the car that you're thinking of, it would be the Commodore. Because the Holden Commodore would be all and end all as far as racing and everything.
If it's the Holden Commodore, we have a similar version in Pontiac that's called a G8.
Okay.
And they basically look like the same car. If you could rebadge a G8 to a Holden.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we don't have Pontiac. We don't make Pontiac anymore. So all the new vehicles you're getting now, you guys are making.
Right, yep.
We don't have anything to do with the design of that part. Some other countries that do it.
Right, yep. Well, see, that's the thing is, Holden used to vary between Opel and Starfire motors back in my day. Opel and... No, what was the other one? Sorry. Opel and... Was it just GM? I can't remember. There was 2 different types of motor anyway that used to be in the Holdens. And the Opels were the ones that were considered to be reliable.
We only have, I think, 3 different American engines that came in Opels because we only have 3 different cars. Okay. We had the GT, the Cadet, and some other car. It's called, but it's a wagon.
Oh,
that's the only 3 we had in the actual Opels.
Well, we just
and what we call like the Opel GT. Around here people call them just the either the Buick Opel or the Buick GT.
Yep.
But they always say they're because Buick's car lot was the only one that sold them. No
Right.
other Chevy or Pontiac car lot sold them. It was just the Buick car lots. So everybody called them Buick. I'm like, no, it's actually called an automobile. Well, see, I've
Okay.
never actually seen with my own two eyes an Opel engine run. Because when I got my Opel GT, all I did was I got it as a non-running parts car. It was gifted to me, and I took it to my high school and stripped it and put high performance parts on it and put a big block 396 in it and started racing. So and everybody says they're go-kart versions of Corvettes.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that, but
So,
yeah, no, we
well, if
had
you
quite a few
actually,
different Opals. I mean, we had the Opal Vectra, and what the hell
see,
else
we
was it?
didn't
I
have
can't
that
even
one.
remember. I don't even remember.
Only two I can remember. We only had three, but only two I can remember are the Opel Kadett and the Opel GT. That was the
Okay.
only two we had.
Right. See, in New Zealand, though, what we end up with is we get manufacturers from different places. So you might end up with two completely different cars. So let's say a Mazda 323 and a Ford Laser. I think it's Ford Laser. And they were the same thing. They're just made in two different factories and two different badges. So you had the
Yeah,
323 and the 626, which was the Laser and the Telstar, I think, or something like that.
there's a such thing as, but it's called a Speed 3, and it's the sedan version, not a two-door version, but a four-door version. That makes it a 323.
Right.
But the only mini car, as we call them, as compact car, Ford makes today is the Ford Focus.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So any other Fords or names, it's like when I found out the Ford Cortina, when I seen my first 72 Ford Cortina, I was like, why in the hell did we have shit like that? No, we got stuck with the Ford Pinto.
Baby, the Gotina was my favourite mobile. I love the Gotinas and I love the Escorts. I call them a Gotina, not a Cortina.
I want the 72 Cortina so I can put a Coyote engine, Godzilla. If I put a Coyote engine in it, I'm just going to... I was born in 78.
Oh, yeah. No, but I have owned a Mark 1 Escort, a Mark 2 Escort. I've owned a Mark 2 Cortina, Mark 3 Cortina, Mark 4 Cortina, and a Mark 5 Cortina.
See, I didn't even know the Cortina existed.
Mate, if I still had my Mark 2, I could sell that and buy a house these days.
Well, your Cortinas that you had, instead of the Cortinas, I had what they called a 1968 Ford Torino.
I know the Torino, yep. Oh, hang on.
Well, this one was a coupe, not a fastback. These are the rarer of the Torinos.
Yep. Okay,
and it was casted in Ford's 24 karat gold.
Right.
So it was a really fancy car. I bought it for $300 and drove it home. And my dad was like, "What in the world? Where'd you get that?" I said, and he's like, how?" I'm like, "With my money." He goes, "You ain't got that any money." And I'm like, "I had that $300. He's like, "You paid $300 for this?" I'm like, "Yep." And he's like, "Wow." Because I guess my dad likes those cars too, so.
Right.
But hell, my truck that I had before the one I literally bought it like 4 years ago for $120 and put a battery in it and $5 worth of gas and drove it home.
Well, see, that's one thing that annoys me today. I look back at it, because I used to wheel and deal in a lot of cheap cars. And I look back at a lot of those cars now thinking, if only I had that one still. If only I had that one still. You know? So, like, some of them, like even my Mini. My freaking Mini. Last time I looked up a Mini of similar condition that didn't look as nice and had higher mileage was selling for enough to buy a house. All these old cars that I used to own, they were just old cars. And today you could buy a freaking house with that sort of money.
Okay, if you literally look at when the cars started collecting money what you do now is you go out in the world and you look for a rare car.
Yep.
It's not an expensive car.
Yep. Cosworth RS7, that's what I want. RS2000, I should say.
If you find one of those with low numbers on it, put it up.
There was a model of Escort that was only manufactured in small amounts. And that's the Cosworth RS2000. They were made in Germany.
Yes.
There was some made in Germany, some made in Australia. They were made in a range of different countries. But one of them is worth so much money these days that you'd retire.
The only Cosworth that we have around here is the 1976 Cosworth Vega.
Right. So is this
I love Vegas.
Is this the go-kart track you were talking about?
Yeah, there's supposedly, people tell me there's more than one. Seems like this is the one I find.
It's the same one in multiple buildings.
Okay, well,
yeah.
There's multiple buildings I have not found, or I just randomly find one every time. I just look for the extra long building.
Well, that's what I was doing. I was just driving around looking at the blue buildings until eventually I found one with the door open. As long as you find one with that same door open, it's the go-kart track.
Yep, and it's always on the corner. It's never in the middle.
Yep.
But this one gives you practice so you don't run into traffic or anything like that. Or if you're wanting to test a car for like spinning out, if you're trying to get better at drifting, you don't have to worry about losing anything on this one.
I'd actually like to see damage come in.
I don't, because people will be really mad having to rebuy part time.
Yeah, it's all part of the game though. Ooh.
But I'm saying in real life, chances are you get 4, like if you're drag racing your car, you get 4 runs and then you have to replace the whole engine.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
If it's got that much power, it's not going to withstand 5 or 6 or 15 runs. The higher you build your engine to perform better, the more parts it'll break.
I blew mine up eventually. I was driving out of town to go to work, driving at 100 mile an hour, and I blew the head gasket. I drove for about half an hour, stopping every couple of minutes to top up the radiator, and eventually I blew the block as well.
Must have been a 4-cylinder.
Yeah, it was.
A 4-cylinder, 6 cylinders don't usually do that. To take a crap on you.
Oh dear, but yeah, we were running late for work, so I decided to just absolutely hammer it.
But what do you drive now?
Beat the feet these days. Too expensive to have a car.
Why is it? Yeah, there's another streamer on this mod, so I'm there pretty much every time he streams. But he lives in California. And he's like, well, I don't believe it. He said, I don't need a car. I'm like, not me. I couldn't live without a car.
Right. I mean, I would love to have another car, and it is a pain in the ass not having one, but it's gotten to the point where with the cost of petrol, registration, warrant of fitness, it's too expensive now. And what they're actually doing in New Zealand is trying to eliminate old cars. So they're basically making it harder and harder to keep the old cars on the road now, and it gets to the point where anything I can afford, I can't get on the road legally.
Yeah, it's because they're trying to dwindle your population. Every country does that.
Yeah, they are. They want us to
they're
electric.
They're trying to tell it. No, they're trying to tell everybody else that old technology is not safe.
Yeah.
Buy a newer car, and for the people that can buy the new car, they get the privilege to drive. But for the people that can't afford it, I'm sorry, you're just going to have to figure some other way out. And then you buy public transportation, which goes back into your country's money. They make money off of it.
Have you noticed that the cone in the middle of the racetrack is now a solid object? I keep hitting it.
Well, I'll watch this time since you're just now running.
I'm deliberately hitting it now just to prove to myself, yes, Glen, it's a solid object. I've hit it about 17 times, I think.
I seen you hit it and back up automatically. Oh, this is showing you going forward now.
I've just chased the cone into the ocean. Oh, it stopped on the wall! Oh, that's cheating. Can we come this way and chase it into the ocean? Hey! I dumped the cone in the ocean! Oh, sorry. Glen, it's, you know how it is. Small things, small minds.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that. We're dumping traffic cones in the ocean.
Watch it, EPA will show up. But yeah, the half-mile run is the best one. I mean, all you have to, you can upgrade the engine on that thing, but it's still not going to be fast. The best way to do it is, you make about $4 million, you can fully upgrade to a 2JZ motor, and then when you take it down that track, you'll notice a way big difference.
Right. So putting the 2JZ into what? Into this car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the RX-7, right?
Well,
it looks
yeah.
like the RX-7, except for ours.
But I thought you said before the 2JZ was a Toyota, mate.
It is.
Okay, so rip the rotary out of it and put what into it? Is that a 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder, or?
That the one that's in it now is the 12A. I thought it was the 12B, but the upgraded one is the stock version is the 12A. But the 12B isn't in this game. It's
I've never heard of 12.
the upgraded is so
We had the 12A.
the actual 12
yeah?
the 12B can be upgraded beyond what the 12A
So
can be.
what's the difference
upgraded,
between
but
an A and a B model then?
the only difference I know is the A model. If you upgrade the A model, it's a B.
No, this
It
is.
becomes the lowest model B. That's here in the United States.
I don't know, because I mean this is a
Because I
13B
guess-
now, and that's what I thought. The other one was a 12A and a 13B, and that's all I've ever known is a 12A and a 13B.
I think that's the one you were talking about, wasn't it?
Oh no.
That's not the rotary?
Yeah, this is a rotary 13B.
Okay. Yeah, so that one can't be boosted. That's what I'm saying.
That's what he boosted. By
but-
the looks of it.
It. Well, I don't
Turbo,
see
you
a
mean?
boost on it.
Whoa.
Huh?
When we've got an intercooler, that looks like a turbo.
The
pipe.
turbo would have to come off the intake manifold or the exhaust manifold. The exhaust manifold
I don't see a turbo. in
is
there. Let's get it up.
It's not turbo.
So what's with the big intake?
Be underneath the alternator. Cold air intake. Oh, unless that is a discharge on the right or the left from what you're looking at. The big right there.
But I'm not seeing a turbo.
Yeah. Underneath it.
Yeah, I'm looking
Probably have
underneath
to
now.
remove the intake.
Yeah.
You probably have to remove the intake to see it. But I mean, I've never even actually heard a real rotary turboed. I've just never heard of it.
Well, that's what I was
So
trying
I
to
don't-
think. Have I actually heard of it? Yeah. Because you don't... Yeah, I mean... Turbo... usually turbos go into the small 4 cylinders and things normally. No, I'm not seeing a turbo. Let's have a look at our shopping list. Okay, no, it's just an intercooler. Okay. Yeah, it's just the intercooler. Let's get it all back together again now. Oh dear. So yes, we'll have. Oh, we've already sold that other one. That's right. I've already sold it.
The dual rotor motors are the turbo ones. Single rotor engines aren't like the 12A and 12B aren't turbos. But
No, no, I
The
don't
B,
think
to
so.
me, the B should be B for boosted.
I always thought they were just a different model. So the 11 was the A, and the 12 was the A, and the B was the 13. It's like with the Datsun. I mean, you had the Datsun 120Y, and the Datsun. What was the other one? The other one was a C. You had a 120Y.
I don't pretend to understand when foreign
Yeah.
countries talk about their engine numbers and like.
Right. Yeah. I actually think that this is probably using the same system that we have here in New Zealand, would be my guess.
All I know is
'Cause
I
I
can
think we
see that
import
it's
them directly from
1.2
Japan.
liters.
This is a Japanese game after all. And it's a Japanese
Yeah.
car, and we import them from Japan, so I'm guessing that we use the same system they do. That's my guess anyway.
I was gonna say, that's all I can see is when I see the 2JZ, I know that engine. I've
Right.
built those engines. I've produced 1,400 horsepower with one of those engines. I know if you put that in the car, it's going to be fast.
So
The
is
rest
that
of
what
them,
you reckon
I'm
we
not
need to
too
do to
sure
this
about.
one then? Rip the motor out and throw in a 2JZ?
If you rip that motor out, and you have to have at least $2.5 million to buy everything for that engine. So
Okay.
you'll need to race till you either make the money or figure out some other way to sell some stuff.
Well, we can...
But the 2JZ, well, you
That
can
one's
pull
not
the
registered. We
rotary
can
engine
strip it.
out of that car.
Well, we can just strip the whole
Yeah,
car.
you
It's
could-
not registered.
I would keep it. I
You
mean,
reckon?
if you strip that engine, you should have the money to be able to buy everything from JZ. Because if not, you either got to take the truck around to deliver shit or drag race your other car and make that money that you need. I would say just pull all the parts out of, or race it to where you got 2 more million. You've got 2 almost now. Race it to where you got 4 million. So race for 2 million. That way, you know you've got the money to rebuild that car, and that way you ain't got to sell nothing off of that car to buy something else.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. I've just started ripping it all apart, to be honest. You reckon we'll just get to that 2 mil and we'll build it next to my plane?
Because that 2JZ is going to be a way big difference. You're going to get probably 100,000 just right off the bat.
Oh, yeah. Actually, now that I'm looking at the back, it does look like an RX-7. But from the side,
Well,
to me... yeah. To me, when I was looking at the side, it looked like a BMW.
See, the only thing I could think of is because it's not got fender flares on it. They shaved the fender flares off of it.
Right.
But the real cars actually have a natural fender flare. They're not like obsessive, but they're still there, and that's the reason why you can't notice the difference.
Right. See, I have to laugh at that, because when you're saying that that's when RX-7s became popular was because of that, I'm thinking, well, I thought that's when the RX-7 died. RX-7s were popular when I was a kid, mate. You know?
if you literally Google turbo rotary engine,
Yeah.
first YouTube pops up turbo 4 rotary RX-7.
Right.
Screams on the dyno. It's like everybody has one of those. Everybody's usually going for the 97 because it's the most popular. It's even the Japanese, it's popular.
Yeah.
But those go for like 35, 40 grand around here.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that was a better looking one, in my opinion, the 90s version.
Yeah, but that's a 93. I mean, that one, I'd take it. You wouldn't hear me complain. I'm a big guy. I probably wouldn't fit in it.
Oh, hey, I've never had a problem with rotaries apart from the fact that they use way too much gas. The seals blow in them, and they're really unreliable. And but they're fast. I do like that.
Here, you'll play hard trying to find somebody to work on it.
Oh, okay.
Because there's no rotaries out there anymore. I mean, if people get them, they fix them themselves and then they drive them.
Right.
But it's rare that you ever hear one.
I accidentally just sent myself back to the garage.
Well, that's not going to win you any money.
You know, there's a lot of RX-7s in New Zealand, or at least there used to be.
Yeah, well, those cars since Fast and Furious came out have exploded.
Okay,
And
this thing now
Supra.
sounds like it has a turbo now. It has a wastegate. I can hear a wastegate.
I think the Mark IV Supra. I think it's called the Mark IV Supra. They can fetch upwards to 100 grand.
Oh, really? I mean, when you say the Mark IV
Yeah.
Supra, I don't know the different ones, but I do know the Toyota Supra is a very popular car, yes.
Again, have you seen Fast and the Furious?
Actually, I don't need to. Years ago, my flatmate had a Toyota Supra, a female, you know. To me, it just looked like a casual, relaxing, normal car. She asked me to go and pick it up because it had brand new tyres put on it. And I went down the road to go and get it, and I jumped into it, and I hardly touched the accelerator, and this thing just lit up in the car park, mate.
Yep. That's the Supra.
The guys inside the store were laughing their heads off because these are the brand new tyres that they've just finished putting on, and I'm doing a burnout in their driveway.
But if you remember the orange and green, if you remember the orange car in Fast and Furious when he's sitting with Dom and racing that Ferrari,
Right.
that's the Supra that's popular here. That's the
Right.
$100,000 Supra. If you
Oh,
have one of those, you can get 100,000 out of it easy.
Right. See, I don't know what model
But
this
that-
was.
I'm not into the
And the
tuner
other one
scene,
that's
so
really
those cars.
popular is the Nissan Goliath. What is it? Is it I think it's the I can't even think what it's called now. Nissan model. NZ or ZX or ZX 2000. I can't remember.
Nissan,
Yeah, Nissan.
the Nissan 270Z.
That'll be it. Yeah, otherwise
Really
referred
fat,
to as the Goliath.
fat short car. Well, see, we
Fastest
don't know
street
this
legal in
Goliath.
its day. In this time, it was the fastest street legal car there was. They used to even
Well, I
leave
mean-
all the sports cars behind.
Around here, the Koenigsegg and the Bugattis street legal. On
Those are very
streets.
modern, though. Yeah, they're very modern. But
Yeah,
back
but-
in the 80s, because that's when that was around. It was either 80s or 90s. At the time, it was the fastest street legal car that you could buy factory.
See, we've never heard of them as Goliath. The 370Zs that we have, I'm pretty sure that they're pretty much on the bottom of the list.
I mean,
they're
I
not
could be wrong in
fast.
the model. If I Google searched, I might find I'm wrong. I'm not sure, but I do remember it's one of the Nissans that was.
Because
referred
we
to
have
as
the
Goliath.
300ZX, which is a turbo
Oh, shit.
3.0 liter engine. I get confused on what everybody else, because everybody else says Z. I'm like, spell Z,
Z, yeah.
Z-E-D.
Well, no, because
It's
in
like,
English.
why
it's
do
Z.
you say?
Yeah. But I say Z.
It's
Yep, X, Y, Z.
everybody says Z and everybody says Z instead of Z, and it's like it's just Z. There's no ED at the end of that.
Well, normally what
Like-
what I do when it comes to that is I turn around and say, "Can you sing that alphabet song to me?" You know, A, B, C, D. And then when they
Yeah.
get to the end, they always go Z. You know? Oh, come on!
Well,
Not
here
Z,
everybody
Z.
says X, Y, and Z.
Z. Yeah, not Z. Yeah.
It's like it's not Z-E-D, it's just Z. I say you don't say Z, bruh.
Yeah.
You say zebra.
Oh, I do, just to be a
Z.
smart ass. I say things like kniff too. Just to be annoying. And I also say
it's just-
opossum just to be annoying too.
There's going to be tons of cars you guys plow through in your country that just won't pass the here, so they never get brought into the country.
Right. What do you mean?
Or if
Why
Ford
wouldn't
makes
they-
them,
why
Ford
wouldn't they
makes
be-
them, then say what?
Why wouldn't they be legal in your country?
Safety. They won't pass safety regulations
Why? I would
like
imagine
the
ours stronger- harder
the
than yours.
Cortanas or Cortinas.
Yeah.
The reason why is because we were under a major safety upgrade on our safety regulations. That's the reason why we had the gas problems and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because a lot of vehicles, they just didn't want on the road anymore, and they tried to stop them all within like 5 years,
Right.
which caused a lot of people a lot of problems, and they had to dismiss it. But we still kept a lot of the safety features like seat belts and stuff like that. The crash resistant bumpers, they usually have rubber on the outside of them.
Yep.
They have that. Now they have airbags, and you've got shocks that are sitting there. So when it gets hit, it presses a shock, which lets the airbag know, hey, deploy.
Yeah. So
there's a lot of cars out today.
Regular inspection for being legal on the road? No, that's not cool.
That's state by state. Some states do.
See, in New Zealand, the whole country, we don't have states. So in New Zealand, you have to have what's called a warrant of fitness. And they test for rust, they test for wheel bearings, tyre wear, all the safety aspects of a car. And if there's any reason why your car is not safe on the road, then you don't get a warrant. You can't get a warrant, you can't get a registration. If you don't have a rego or a warrant, you get a ticket.
Well, just to show you how strict our regulations are, any new Holden that you see today roaming your streets will never be legal to drive in the United States.
Oh yeah, why's that?
They won't pass safety inspection.
Really?
That's the reason why we never made them.
Right.
Because I guarantee you, as big as money as they're making in Australia, they would have put those cars in the United States if they could have passed safety regulations. Because back in the 60s, we started getting Holden cars. And I think in the 50s, we got a UTE, a Ute.
Yeah, yep.
That's the last Ute we got. We didn't get anything after
they all Holden one ton?
What we had the El Caminos and the Rancheros, which was just a car with a box put on the back of it, but it was all one piece.
Right, yep. Yeah.
When seeing your guys' Subaru flatbeds and stuff like that, it's like strange to us. We're like, huh? They cut the whole back of that car off and put a box on it.
Okay, yep. Yep. I mean, Utes are very common in Australia and New Zealand.
We had in the United States, you can find them. They're rare, but you can find the 1952 Holden Ute.
Right. Yep.
So, but after that, when the 60s hit, I don't think there was any Holdens in the United States because they would already fail our inspections. And if you import them, the government inspects them before they allow them to go onto the street. They do an overall federal inspection on them. If they won't pass federal inspection, they'll never be put on the road. Now, if you get that vehicle to pass regulations, it's like for us, the R34 Nissan GTR that Paul Walker drives in Fast and Furious. This year, it just became legal to drive in the United States because it was brand new when that movie came out. And we have to wait 25 years for them to pass a 25-year-old car inspection.
Why am I not finding this other motor that you're talking about? What was it?
The 2JZ?
2JZ, yeah.
Yeah, see, okay, if you look at the beginning where it tells you what they are, they say 13B.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you scroll down, you'll see where they say 2JZ. Like for the turbos and stuff like that, those were all 2JZs. It's not on there?
It's not on there.
Oh, hold on. Is that the 13B?
Yep.
That's in the car?
It is.
And go all the way to the bottom?
Yeah, no, there's nothing there.
Well, then you can turbo that 13B. Yeah, that's like I said, it's not... 13B, I don't think is a rotary, is it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
No. It is. Oh, yeah, motor housings. Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Okay. Well, then you can turbo that engine. You can't turbo the other
13B rotor housing. 13B rotor 2, rotor 3. What's the difference in the... Oh, rotor plate. Oh. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's 13B, but... What? BOV? What the hell is a BOV?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm looking...
Oh, 13B BOV?
Yeah.
Scroll over it and see what the image comes up.
I can't figure out what it is looking at the image. To me, it kind of looks like it's a master cylinder for a braking system. Oh, blow-off valve. 13B blow-off valve.
Yeah.
Of course.
I was going to say, now that I see it, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
But
it's for rotaries, so it's got actual vacuum ports coming off of it as well.
But I mean, this had a blow-off valve in it anyway, because when I was driving it before, you could hear it.
Maybe it's a smaller blow-up. Well, no, it'd probably be the same bulb.
I'm guessing it'd be the same. There was only one on there. There was only one on there.
Then if you already have one, you don't need another one. But if you look back in that, you'll see the engine pieces that say high compression.
Right.
If you buy that builds your motor's horsepower up. And then if you put a turbo on top of that, that builds it up even more. Then that car right there becomes extremely fast.
13B base plate, alternator, and air filter. But where's the motor itself? It doesn't list the actual motor.
The base plates?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess the base plate is
the whole thing out.
Yeah, but
there are multiple plates. I think
no, see, when you do the base plate, it just
has
takes the whole
four
thing.
plates. I think it's 4 different plates that each rotary is inside.
You know, I'm stuck on the car.
So if you got a 4-cylinder, it's got 4 rotors. It's got 4 different pieces on the inside. So when they sandwich together, they can turn in that little plate.
Yep.
You got a forward plate and a rear facing plate.
I can't seem to strip it in parts. That was what I'm getting at.
Take the parts off the top and off the sides first.
Okay, no, there we go. I just took the sump off now. Okay. I'm up underneath now. Okay.
You probably have to scroll in to be able to...
See, now that's the other thing too. When I was a young fella and my mates all had rotaries, they used to get them bored out. It'd be kind of nice if we could do stuff like that. There's the turbo. I now see the turbo. So there was a turbo on it. And I do see the blow-off valve. Yep. It'd be kind of nice to do that sort of thing. Be able to bore the cars out.
And that has 4 plates. There's one rotary, then there's another plate. Then behind it will be another rotary.
Oh, nah,
a Dorito.
Base plate.
That's what they call them around here is Doritos.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because it looks like a Dorito chip. They're not fast. They're just extremely loud. They sound like an angry grandpa.
But we might have to build this one next time I play, I think. Start putting it together. Let's bring that back down again. Whoa, it's getting really jumpy at the moment. Oh, look at the frames. Yeah, this thing's struggling. But this car wasn't registered though, was it?
I don't think so.
No, so we could just sell it for parts.
Sell it for parts, you make more money, but then you just gotta fight with the finding one again.
Oh, it seems like there was plenty of them. Seemed like it just wanted
to
keep
but most of them you couldn't afford.
No, but once we sell this one for parts, we'd get a bit more money.
Yeah, but remember that one that was 4.5 million?
Yeah. But that's
I don't think selling the parts off of this and selling this would get you that.
No, but we could do a couple of them.
You have now.
Do a couple of them. Wow, this game's getting really framey now. Really framey. Okay.
But do you see where I'm saying that on the collecting money faster? If you took the time that it took to tear this thing apart, sell everything individually and all that stuff, took that same amount of time and just did repeated drag races, you'd have 4 times the amount of money.
Right.
And then all you're doing is letting off the gears and shifting through the gears and driving them straight.
Ooh, do we want a pink clutch?
A pink one?
Yeah.
Huh. It's all on you if you want a pink one.
We just added a pink clutch. There we go. Turbo filter V12 version 11. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of different turbo filters. They'll all do the same thing. 13B Ready intercooler. Oh, Ready's a brand. Okay. OKP intercooler. Wishimoto. Is that like a Japanese version of Wish?
I thought Wish was Japanese.
We have a 13B wastegate, or 13B wastegate pipe, yeah. Single turbo downpipe. Single turbo pipes.
Sorry.
Are you a weed smoker?
Weed smoker, cigarette smoker.
Single turbo head.
It's medically legal here.
Yeah, wish it was here.
Okay. Oh, it will be eventually.
I don't actually see anything that's worth upgrading. 13B2 high compression. Oh, boy, we've already got.
Yeah, the high compression ones are more than the ones you have.
So there's a rotor 1, a rotor 2. So we need both of them then, obviously, because we've got obviously a twin rotor, is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Yeah, I think we'll put this one together next time I play.
Okay.
Looks like it's a twin rotor, so what I'm thinking is we'll upgrade to high compression rotors. But I can't think what else we need to do. I mean, I brought a new clutch for it. Everything else just seems like I'm just not upgrading.
Putting a bigger turbo on it. I think it's
well, there's a range of turbos, but I can't see any difference.
Or V4. Well, version 1 means it's the lowest form of turbo. Version 2 is the next step. Version 3 and 4.
I thought they were just different looks.
No, it's the version 4 is the one you want.
Well, we can grab
it's the highest output.
Then, eh?
We'll grab a version 5.
Then, eh? We'll get a version
those are the ones that
off valve.
I just go with whatever the biggest number is in the V sections, and I always pick those.
To be honest, I actually think some of them are just cosmetic, though.
But when I played with the stuff that I was playing it when I first played it, it gives you more boost on the version 5 than the version 2 and the version 3.
Right.
So I just stuck with that with everything. Version 5 will be the latest version.
The exhaust, when you look at the exhaust, they're all just different cosmetic looks. We'll grab the big booty looking pipe.
Yeah, but that's just muffler 1, muffler 2, that's just differences. Oh, version it doesn't have the V on it, so it's not.
Oh, true.
V version.
We can't go up to a bigger pipe. There's only one exhaust. I actually thought we might be able to go up to a bigger pipe, to be honest.
Well, if it's a rotary, it's only got one side. It only comes out one.
Guys I know were putting bigger pipes on for less back pressure.
Yeah, but gotta think, this is a game. They haven't thought of that yet.
Okay, so we would need a rotor 1 and a rotor 2 high compression, I presume. Now, do we want a rotor housings? No, I think we already have those, don't we?
The rotor high compressions, if you've got those, the rotor housing is, I think, 2. Rotor housing 2 and 2.
Rotor housing 1. You've also got rotor housing 1. Oh, what's this?
Those are the
PP. What's PP?
AP.
Hang on. We've
Oh,
got. Where did I see it?
BP.
No, P as
BP.
in pissed off person.
Yeah, but there's B. There is B as in boy, and then P as in purple.
Yeah. So no, hang on. We've got a rotor. We've got a 13B rotor housing 2. But then we have a 13B rotor house. Where did I see it? Rotor housing 2, but that has PP in front of it. Oh, there is BP and PP. There's both.
That's what I said.
So what the hell are they?
Boost power and performance power? I don't know.
We've got 1.7 million left to spend.
I say I'm ad-libbing just like you are. Figure it out.
Should we get...
Oh,
it's a look.
the PP ones.
It's just
Housing
a look.
2. PP. It's the PP is performance
it could be.
package.
It could be.
Because the
so we'll
BP is base package.
Oh, it could be. Yes, yes. Okay, so I got a 1 and a 2. Should we get a new fuel rail?
Because you have 2 different rotors.
Let's get a new fuel rail.
Version 4?
13B turbo version 5. Oh, we already got the turbo.
You haven't got it yet. You got 25 more seconds.
Oh, no, I brought that ages ago. We don't need the intercooler because they're all the same. They're just cosmetic. Exhaust pipe, airbox, air filter. Air top. Stock ECU. Is there another ECU? There's a stock ECU. ECU. No, apparently there's only a stock ECU. Okay, well, we've got some parts. We can put those into next time I play.
I was going to say, you already have the stock ECU, so it wouldn't matter.
No, there's no point. What the hell? Eccentric shaft. I mean, I'm eccentric. Okay, I guess we don't need that because there's only one model anyway.
I would say nobody wants to see the shaft.
It depends on how eccentric it is.
Not for YouTube.
Oh my god, there's a starter motor for this. I'm sure there was no starter motor for the other cars. Is that something they've added? I have never seen a starter motor before in the game.
Well, this engine's new on this car.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Does that mean that
I haven't seen it before, no.
An alternator or generator? There is... Okay, so you get alternators too.
Yeah.
Right. I was thinking alternator or generator, Glen. These are not made in the 60s. It won't be a generator. See, back in my day, we started with generators. 50s. We started with generators and then went to alternators.
Everybody was running generators by the time I was around, 78. Right. But we changed over from generators to alternators in the mid 40s.
Yeah. I would say 50s or 60s, but I'm not sure.
I was gonna say because my dad had a '58 Apache that had an alternator.
There's even a power steering module on this model.
And flip up headlights.
No, but I'm surprised at the likes of the power steering, the alternator, and generator. They weren't in the other cars.
That's weird.
I wonder if they've upgraded the rest of them. Right, here we go. 13B base plate. See, it's still got parts on it, though. How do I get the rest of those? Intake manifold. I can't take that off. Why not? Throttle body.
I've probably asked you this before, but what's with the full left-hand side of the screen with everybody's name on it?
Donations. Well, I've actually got 2 different donation ones up there because I've changed between YouTube to Twitch, so I've left the old ones up.
Well, I see three purple banners, but the one with the crown.
I'm trying to think what the third one
Somebody
is.
who talks in chat.
Full screen projection mode. I'm trying to remember what the third one is. I can't even get it to go full screen on me now. Oh, because I haven't clicked the thing. Here we go. Whoa, it doesn't like that. So one of them is new subscribers. And the other two are donations.
So that must be because I subscribed on Twitch.
Yes. Yeah, because it's the Twitch one that I've switched to.
Because remember, I just signed up for that a couple of streams ago to try to check out integration.
Now I can't get it off. Let's just switch it to the... Oh, now it's on both screens.
That happens when you get old.
Now it's on both screens.
Can't get it off.
Oh. Close. Close. Oh, God, I'm in trouble. I don't know how I done that. Well, I mean, I know how I done it. I just don't know how to undo it. Oh, that's a windowed one. All I can do now is keep opening more of them. I can't turn it off.
All I see is a free screen with your logo on this.
Yeah, but it also looks very bugged out and glitched.
Yeah, like it's bleeding.
Yeah, it's because of what it's doing is it's streaming a picture of itself, sort of thing. Why can't I turn that off now? I actually don't know why I can't even turn that off.
But the YouTube Twitch logo in the bottom right looks pretty cool this way.
Doesn't actually look too bad, eh? Yeah, it doesn't look too bad at all. Okay, I can't figure out how to switch this off, and I'm not going to get too worried about it right now. I can switch it off on my other screen, but I can't switch it off on the main screen. So I'm going to call that it for today anyway.
Alright, well, I'll see you later.
Yeah, mate, cheers for coming in. But yeah, I can't do anything with this now. So yeah, cheers, buddy. We'll catch you later. Tomorrow we'll be doing Hunter Call of the Wild. No, we're not. Yes, we are. Tomorrow we're doing Hunter Call of the Wild. We will be doing Pets Hotel on Sunday. And then I may end up looking at a demo that I've been sent on Monday, Tuesday, somewhere around there. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes anyway. But thank you everyone for coming in. I hope you've enjoyed today's stream. If you have, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Have a great afternoon or evening. Bye. Oh, well, at least that fixed the double screen. It's gone now. I don't know why it was doing that. Dogface Mark. Good night. Oh, hey, Mark. I didn't realise my chat was working. Oh, did I put that up last night? I think I might have fixed that last night. Now, this is what I'm going to. So I can eliminate having two different donation things. I've gone to this instead. So thank you to my supporters. These are the people who have donated. Tinty7 and Queen Sada. Dusky. RPM Games. Angela Burns. Oddball Gaming. And Gaming Guy YouTube. So yeah, I'm going over to that system now, which I'm doing manually myself. But cheers, guys. Take care. Have a wonderful evening, afternoon, whatever.